Tell us all today if you know the way.
Good morning.
To
I've just been away back to Brighton for a week to do an art fair, and we're back for the last few weeks of the season. You can really notice the autumn is in now, especially coming back from Brighton. It's always warmer down there and sunnier, but today's nice, and we're going to move from Lancaster down to Bridge 75, where we can access a little town called Scorton, which I really like. We got an overstay notice last week from Canal and River Trust, and we were told earlier that we weren't going to be getting those because we can't actually get off the canal. And I rang them up and eventually got through to somebody, because they've centralised all calls now, so you can't speak to a local team. So the people I spoke to previously I wasn't able to access, and they said that the woman I spoke to said that they were going to tell the spotters not to issue overstay licences up here. That remains to be seen. We'll see. I haven't got anything in writing, that's the trouble. It's all been verbal so far, but we decided to move down today anyway because there's less solar this time of year. We could do with charging our batteries right up, and we need to go and get water. Also, our friends on Molasses are further down at Garstang, and they've had a bit of bad news. They were hoping to get over the Ribble Link because they were going to experiment with getting a few boats over, but apparently that's not going to happen now until December. So I know one of them in particular is quite upset about it. So we're going to go down to Bridge 75, and tomorrow we'll jump on a bus and go down and see them and commiserate with them. Anyway, I'm going to switch my GoPro onto time lapse and take you down with us. There is a problem, we think, at Bridge 90, so we'll see if we can capture it on the GoPro. So the social butterflies have, for the moment, disbanded. We have Chris right up at the end of the canal, who is staying up there so we can get a bus out and do lots of hiking, because he's going on a big walk from Land's End to John O'Groats next year for his 70th, and he wants to raise money for it, so he's getting the practice in. Nick and Ian's boat, Crackerjack, is still here. He's coming down in a day or two, and Molasses is ahead of us, and we'll see them tomorrow. But we're sort of keeping in contact on the WhatsApp group, but we'll be seeing each other less and less now, although hopefully some of us will meet up again next year for the plans that we have for next year, which I'll tell you about at the beginning of next year, because obviously we've got to get off this canal before we can do anything else next year, although I will be sorry to get off this canal. I do love it. We're just coming up to a huge bank of reeds which pulled away from the bank. It seems to happen around here, Bridge 90, all the time. And they clear it out and then some more break off. So we're going to have to see if we can get past these. You can't catch them on the front of the boat, otherwise you add a load of weight to the front, and it's not very good to be going along. Do you think you can get round them, H?
Well, I've got to try.
On the inside, or let's see if we can go up and have a look. Doing the Gunnell walk in my bedroom slippers. making sure I don't fall in. Okay, I think I will have to go back and get the hook, see if I can push it out of the way. Right, you wait there and I'll go back and get the hook. Oh. Okay, I think we've actually cleared. Yep. Yep, that's okay. Wasn't too bad.
Probably wasn't there when they moored up.
No. It's getting pushed around all the time anyway, isn't it? Every time a boat comes up or down. It's an awful lot of it. Today we're off to Garstang to go shopping. We're going to get a bus. The towpath is already squelchy. Everything's come in a month earlier than it did last year. So last year we came down the River Trent at about, well, actually in a few weeks' time from Lincoln, and the storm followed us down, and by the time we arrived at the bottom of the Trent, or at the Erewash Canal, everything had gone into flood, and that's where we got stuck. This year it's all flooded a month earlier, and even last year it was an early flood. So the River Soar is in flood at the moment. The River Trent has been in flood, and the River Thames is in flood as well. So we're glad that we're not on a river this year. In fact, I don't think we ever plan to be on a river again in the winter. It's too restricting and worrying. Anyway, we've got about a 15-minute walk, and we should be able to get a bus 10 minutes into Garstang. We've moored here because it's the road into Scorton. We can cycle there in about 10 minutes. And tomorrow there is some sun due, and at the moment, because there's hardly any days without rain, we're taking any sunny day opportunity to go walking. So tomorrow, off into the Forest of Bowland again, I hope. But today we're going to get some oil because Henry's going to do his own engine service for the first time. We just got to Garstang, and I've just seen this gorgeous post box that I've got to show you. How beautiful is that? Good morning. The sky is clearing. It's been very windy and rainy, and today we're crossing the little bridge over there, and we're heading up onto the hills over there. It's not supposed to rain again today, but whatever happens, we're going up nice and early, making sarnies, and we're going to head off in a minute. Well, here we are over on Bowland, and we're starting our walk today at Nicky Nook, and then we'll be walking onwards from it because I always wondered where it went after that. So we're going to go and find out today. It's probably going to be a bit boggy today because it's been raining and raining. In fact, they said on the radio this morning that it had been the wettest September ever, and it's not even the end of September yet. So we'll see. It's okay here, but it's going to be quite windy up there, so I've borrowed one of Henry's hats today so that it doesn't get blown off, and the wind is in the north, so it's actually a bit chilly, although 5 minutes of climbing up this hill and we're quite hot already. So I know there's no water up there, so we're going to stop at the little reservoir where I know the water is clean, and we're going to fill both of our water bladders up and take it with us so we can stop and have tea, because no walk is complete without a cup of tea. Came round to the far side to get water because I've seen a lot of dogs swimming in the other side, and I know that they have that stuff on the back of their necks for ticks and fleas, which will go into the water. So at least on this side we shouldn't get too much of that in. The walk today is an undulating one, uphill and down dale. Just having a little nosy around really. The wind is really cold, but I get hot as soon as I put my rain jacket on, and it's a sort of day when you have to keep stopping to blow your nose. Luckily I can edit all the sniffs out because you don't want to hear that. It's still very green everywhere, probably because of the amount of rain. I read somewhere that Cumbria has on average 200 days of rain a year. Brighton, where we're from, has 82. What a difference. I think it's even been wetter than that this year. So it's all still green, but summer is definitely... Oh, that's nice. I love the insects that are carved on there. Honeybee. Oh. It could do with treating though. It's always tricky through farms. Oh, I've just seen this sign over there, Henry, the little yellow footpath sign. There wasn't one coming this way, and you have to sort of... You don't want to go wrong through somebody's farm and have them coming out shouting at you, but they don't always make it easy, and this gate was very tightly shut. However, we're through it. And up this way now. Is this grouse or pheasant, Henry? Over there. Lots of them. I think they're grouse. They're definitely... No, they're not pheasants. They're not making that chicking noise. Oh yeah. So, here's a sign here. And over here. Oh good. Yeah, they're grouse. Well, those grouse have lived to see another year, because I think the grouse season is over now. There's lots of them. Okay, now which way? Oh, over there.
There's a plank there. It's gone up there.
Oop. Okay. Ooh, squelchy. Well, after walking over many tussocks, very ankle twisty tussocks, we're out onto a little road just for a bit, and then we'll turn left in a minute. You can go up there to Grisdale Fell, but that's not our way today. We've just seen 5 hares jump out of what must be a little set here. I couldn't whip the camera out quick enough. I don't think that's one there. Oh, I don't know, it might be. Wow. That's amazing. They're just sitting in the sun in these little depressions down here. 6 hares all together. Look at these. I wonder if they're mohair. They're so sweet. They've got little short legs, lots of fur or hair. Okay, so our path is straight across here. Hello. They've got such a puny little bleat, haven't they? Hello. Very soft looking. We're just coming through this farm and they've got yellow arrows everywhere, which is great because you know exactly where to go and you're not bothering them. We had to tie one of the gates with a knot because he said his sheepdog is really good at getting out. I suppose the sheepdog hasn't learned how to do knots yet. There we go, another very distinct yellow arrow. You couldn't mistake that. And on our way back, just as we're about to finish, to cap off the beautiful sight of seeing the hares, we find another one. That's a beautiful sculpture. Back at the boat, and there's our hill up there. Hi, hill. Well, we're moving off to Garstang today. We also got an overstay notice a couple of weeks ago, which apparently has been struck, but there's no clarification on whether we're supposed to move or not. The problem is that there are only a couple of places to shop here, really. There's Lancaster and Carnforth, and you can't store food for a long time in a narrowboat, so we need to be near one of those. And the rules about where you have to move haven't been clarified, and I just pointed out that, you know, none of us want to be on here. Well, you know, we hadn't planned to be on here. Quite happy to be on here at the moment, and I can't see the point of chugging up and down between Carnforth and Lancaster and Garstang, burning up diesel, because, you know, we just can't keep moving on. There's nowhere to move on to. So we're all waiting for clarification when we can finally get somebody to understand the problem. Henry's actually going to do an engine service, the first one that he's done, and we've got to go and get some oil for that, and then we're going to do that in a couple of days, turn around and go back up towards Lancaster, yeah, and get back to do some shopping. So anyway, that's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one, and have a good week, everyone. So bye for now.
Have you never heard a way to find the sun? Tell me all